I always enjoy it when two great forces in the video game landscape can team up. Neutronized Drop Wizard is one of my favorite games on the iPhone, and its gameplay, art style, music, and overall charm are some of the best the mobile platform has to offer. And now, thanks to a publishing partnership with fellow pixelated mobile game legends Nitrome, Neutronized continues the charming adventures of Tio and friends in a new mobile arcade jaunt. Fans of Drop Wizard are in for a treat because Drop Wizard Tower improves on the original game and adds its own charms at the same time. Drop Wizard Tower is of course a sequel to the original Drop Wizard game, and this time Tio and his wizard friends have been captured by Lord Relic and the Shadow Order. They trap them at the bottom of a huge tower, and instead of different worlds with a handful of stages in each, Drop Wizard Tower goes for a true arcade approach. You begin each game at the bottom of this 50-floor tower, and must reach the top, stunning and dispatching enemies and bosses, and aiming for higher scores along the way. Each floor, or level like the original game, loops the top and bottom exits, and some levels even feature horizontal looping as well. Tio casts a stun spell when he drops from a platform, and stunned enemies can be kicked to defeat them. Your foes can also pile into other enemies, resulting in a big ball of baddies that can uncover hidden gems and earn you point-giving fruit and other bonus treats. Once all enemies in a stage are defeated, you rise to the next level. Some levels are pretty short, and others provide a greater challenge with different enemy types or level obstacles, such as water that'll slow you down or ice blocks that hinder your ability to start moving. Just as with the original Drop Wizard, most enemies are more dangerous than they may appear, and timing your drop magic is crucial. Some foes can stun you with their own magic spells, and if you take too long to clear a level, you'll have to outrun death himself. If you've played Bubble Bobble, part of this concept, like hitting stunned enemies to defeat them, should be pretty familiar, but rest assured that Drop Wizard Tower is its own beast entirely. Now in terms of actual gameplay mechanics, Drop Wizard Tower is pretty similar to its predecessor. Tapping the sides of the screen are responsive, and the portrait-only orientation and HUD area means your fingers don't obscure the gameplay. I'm a big fan of landscape games, so I wasn't really sure how I felt about this at first, but I do have to admit the configuration works really well with the buttons as large as they are. It's nice that your fingers aren't going to get in the way of the action on the game. Drop Wizard Tower adds some great arcade mechanics to make things a little closer to those old quarter munchers we all remember. For one, each run starts you at the bottom of the tower, so there's no stage select or endless gameplay here. It doesn't take terribly long to complete a game, and there's the occasional level skipping umbrella that can help you every now and then. So instead of slamming more quarters into the machine, you can continue after you lose all your lives by buying a continue with gems. We'll talk about that again in a minute. There's also the ability to power up your wizard by collecting enough gems and increasing your speed, magic power, stun strength, or even earn extra lives. As you climb the tower, you'll face large bosses. Some are extremely easy, while others zap quite a few lives out of you in no time at all. But all of them can be defeated by slamming their own little minions back into them. And fans of Neutronized games are definitely going to recognize a lot of cameo appearances in the bosses. Avoiding the boss and stunning enemies at the right time in order to throw them into the big baddie can be really tricky, but it doesn't take long for you to learn each of the boss's patterns and continue your ascent. After you beat Lord Relic, the game ends, and you can begin again with a different wizard to reveal more of the game's arcade-friendly plot. Tio, who was unlocked from the start of the game, finds a giant egg at the top of the tower, and completing the game with each of the characters is the only way to reveal what's inside. You unlock different characters with gems you earn while playing, which is also what you spend on a game over in order to continue playing. However, the cost of those continues increases with every game over. And if the amount seems too high for you to earn legit, you can spend real money via microtransactions in order to earn pocketfuls of gems and help you unlock things quickly or to get you through those rising costs of continues. So outside of that, Drop Wizard Tower is a fully free-to-play game with no actual content or bonuses hidden behind forced paywalls. Everything you can experience in the game is available if you earn enough of the in-game gems to buy it, and the amounts are not totally unreasonable to acquire yourself. There's a lot of opportunities to tackle bonus levels during the game to earn huge amounts of gems, so that really helps offset the cost a little bit. However, being free to play means that Drop Wizard Tower is also supported by ads, and I've never cared for how some games have ads implemented. They throw off my Drop Wizard groove, which is why I'm really glad that they can be disabled with a small purchase. I look at this as playing a demo of a game and then buying the full version of the game, versus paying for it all up front from the App Store before even getting a chance to try it and see if I like it. Drop Wizard Tower's arcade gameplay means you'll be hauling your way up those 50 levels each time you start a game, but there's a lot of replay value built in by playing as the different wizards, who all have different starting stats, passive abilities, and magical attacks. As you defeat enemies, you'll earn magic power and can unleash a special attack that can stun or even defeat many enemies on the screen, and each attack is different for every character. Tio himself may seem a little weaker than his compatriots, but he does earn an extra 10% of gems with each level, making him easy to level up and useful to earn more gems quickly. The differences in stats for each wizard too will affect how you play the game, but the core strategy is the same, and completing each of their stories may add even more Drop Wizard goodness for you to try out. The original Drop Wizard was complemented by a charm that made it seem like a perfect fit for the Super Nintendo, and Tio and friends could have easily been characters in the world of Nintendo's Kirby. But Neutronized has crafted their own adorable universe for Tio and friends, with many enemies and characters appearing in their other games, like the incredibly fun platformer Super Cattails. If anything is missing from this sequel, I'd have to say it might be music. Drop Wizard Tower has good music, but it really only has one real song playing during gameplay. While true to its arcade inspiration in that way, I would have loved to hear new tracks for each new section of the tower, or maybe for the different characters. Outside of that, however, Drop Wizard Tower is a total blast and a great follow-up to the original game. Tio and his friends are characters I'd love to see more of, and I really like the drop magic mechanic of Drop Wizard. Drop Wizard Tower also marks Tio's first outing on Android devices, so those who don't own an Apple device can finally enjoy the arcade action of this little blue wizard. I think it's wonderful to see Nitrome and Neutronized releasing this game together. Nitrome's other games also feature lovely pixel art and a charm that's lacking in many other games in and outside of the mobile landscape. While not Neutronized's first partnership in this regard, I hope Nitrome's publishing power helps Drop Wizard Tower find itself into many mobile phones, because thanks to those smart devices, we have the opportunity to play some old school arcade fun wherever we are, and that's something I'd love to see continue.